Hey guys, sorry about the technical difficulties. I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk to you about why I've been so successful with inviting and how I was able to diligently reach Success Club 17, which, by the way, I was actually really surprised about. The YouTube video that Laura posted, she posted in one of the workshops or internships that we were doing. And it really, really was, like she said, the light bulb moment. I dove into this first. I created a fan page and I got really excited about it, and I thought, oh, all these people are going to like it and it's just going to take off and I'm just going to put myself out there and, everything's going to kind of set it and forget it. Well, that wasn't quite the case. I realized that I'm not very technologically advanced, obviously, with Tonight, and I really didn't know a whole lot about social media. I really only had Facebook. So I thought, just putting a Facebook page together was going to be enough. And I thought, oh, I'll just keep it separate. I wanted to keep my private page separate. And I very quickly realized I wasn't reaching enough people, and I had to either get rid of the Facebook page and just use my personal, or find a way to utilize my personal and push that. Because I already created it and I put a lot of content in it, I decided to keep it because I have big plans to grow. I'm not going anywhere. I want to keep this going. So hopefully that will grow as well. But I watched this video that Laura posted and I learned just a few key things about how to reach the most people. So that's the most important. She used the example of how many aces are there in a deck of cards. Once you get to 4 aces, you need a new deck of cards. So what I did was I just started adding people that I knew, whether I went to high school with them or I had worked with them or something, and I added 2 to 3 people a day, or as many as Facebook would allow you, and I started getting involved on their pages. And by doing that, Facebook realizes that you have a connection with them. If you don't comment or like or share or do anything with other content, eventually they're not going to see yours and you're not going to see their content. That was something huge that I did not realize. So I started making personal connections with people, whether it would be a private message or liking their stuff, seeking them out. And so that made a huge difference as well. The next thing that I really started doing was I would kind of check out some of the people that I hadn't talked to in a while, or even the new friends I added, and see what was going on in their lives. And I would just reach out to them and message them. And I didn't mention anything about Beachbody. I would just, just establish some kind of dialogue with them. One of the girls I went to high school with is graduating from veterinary school, which is pretty incredible to me, and so I just talked to her about it. She and this was over a couple hours off and on, and she opened up the conversation and said, "Oh, man, girl, you look incredible. What are you doing?" And I said, I'm a Beachbody coach and I do this, or and it just kind of organically happened. And she approached me about it, and it ended with, yeah, I would really like to know more about that. I didn't say anything about Beachbody, and because, I genuinely opened up a relationship with her and made it about her, it's like they feel comfortable to contact you. So that was just one example, but the more that you establish connections with people, the more that they see your content. So the next thing that I started doing was I made my content more than just about Beachbody. At the beginning, I was, obviously when you do well with the program, you get super excited about it and you just want to tell the world, which is great. But you got to be careful how you tell people. So what I did is I developed theme days for my page. I have like Motivation Mondays, Recipe Wednesdays, Tuesdays is some kind of workout post that I'm doing. Thursdays and Fridays were kind of, I didn't know yet. Saturdays are my showcase Saturdays. This is where you can showcase your challengers and kind of pump their tires a little bit and build them up, but show people that you are actually doing something other than just talking about Beachbody. And then Sundays are my status Sundays, where I post before and after pictures. And a caveat to that is I don't do that every Sunday. I do it every other Sunday or something like that, because I don't want to. I need to have a difference in my transformation story. People want to see what you're doing. So when you post pictures and you have posts and you do different things on your page, it's great to take a picture of food that you're eating, but people want to see you eating it. It's so bizarre. So, you know, how you post your content is very important. I mean, I use PicMonkey and other apps and everything to make it cute and put text and things like that on there. But if you do that all the time, you know, people are like, this looks very markety. It looks very ad-ish. And people, I don't even know if that's a word, but I used it. But people don't want to see that. They just want to see you being yourself. So it's really important that you don't lose your identity. I have a very witty, random sense of humor, and so I have my phone on me all the time. So if I'm out and about, I'll be like, oh, that's hilarious, and I'll just take a picture and I'll save it for later. And I created a series called A Parent. I have a 3-year-old little boy, and for all you moms and dads out there that have children, you probably have realized that life is not normal. You have this new normal, and the things that, you know, that you didn't really think about before are so hilarious and profound. So I wanted to kind of saga that with my page. Has nothing to do with Beachbody, but it gives me a glimpse, or gives people a glimpse of who I am. So what that does is it builds trust. And so they come back wanting to see your content. So when you do post something about Beachbody, people, you know, kind of, they're not taken back from it. It doesn't come across as sleazy or you're trying to sell something. They've connected with you at that point. So it's very important that you just be yourself and you don't lose your identity. So by me doing these things and just making those little changes, within 2 weeks, I went from Success Club, I think 4, to like I finished with 17. And I have a list of people that are probably, I'm anticipating hitting Success Club 10 within like a week or 2 of this month, because I've already planted those seeds. And so really all I'm doing, Laura is fantastic, and I feel so blessed to have connected with her as my upline coach and my mentor. But all I'm doing is just following the resources and content. And really at the end of the day, like the only thing I have to lose is building my business. So if you utilize your social media correctly, if you build relationships with people and gain trust with your content, and if you just be yourself, you are going to do very well and you're going to be successful. And don't forget, while you're doing this, I mean, we are being a product of the product, and so sometimes I feel like, you know, I get so caught up in trying to keep this going that I'm like, oh, I really need to fit in my workouts. So just make sure you keep up your transformation as well, and try different products so you're really knowledgeable. So that's the end of my rant, and I'm so bummed that I didn't get to do the call tonight, but I really hope that this helped. It has really been very pinnacle in my success, and if you guys want to message me or chat about anything, absolutely do so. So thank you very much.